The Playlist Promise. Chapter 1. The Parking Lot Prelude. Nora Ellis's thumb hovered over the send button on her resignation email, her other hand wrestling a duffel bag spilling gummy worms and crumpled Bantees. The office parking lot baked under the Friday sun, and her pulse thrummed with dread and exhilaration. Quitting her marketing job was step 1. Step 2. Portugal, a one-way ticket, and a travel blog no one would read. First, she had to survive this company retreat. A 4-hour drive to some woodsy lodge with team-building nonsense. "Ellis, you're with Ezra," her boss barked, already halfway to his SUV. "Ezra?" Nora's ponytail whipped as she squinted across the lot. Ezra Finch, data analyst, tie-wearer, human mute, was hauling a duffel from his spotless silver sedan. She'd spoken to him twice in a year, once when she'd said his green tie looked like a Christmas tree. He'd blushed like a tomato. "Carpool," her boss clarified. "Don't kill each other." Nora groaned. 4 hours with Spreadsheet Boy? She'd planned to blast Spotify and scream-sing her jitters away. Now she'd have to behave. She dragged her bag to Ezra's car, sneakers scuffing. "Guess you're my co-pilot," she said, tossing her duffel in his back seat. A gummy worm plopped onto his pristine floor mat. "Oops, chaos tax." Ezra flinched. "It's fine," he muttered, shutting the trunk with surgical precision. He slid into the driver's seat, hands at 10 and 2. Nora smirked. Definitely a podcast guy. Probably about tax law or graph paper. She flopped into the passenger seat, kicking off her sneakers and propping socked feet on the dash. Ezra's jaw twitched, but he stayed silent, starting the engine. The car purred like a showroom model. "Accord's mine," she declared, plugging in her phone. "No negotiations. I'm not surviving this on silence or your nerd stuff." "I don't mind music," he said, eyes on the rear view. "Just nothing screamy." "Screamy?" She snorted, scrolling Spotify. "Relax, Finch. I've got taste." Her thumb landed on Unnamed Vibes, her secret playlist, a messy diary of songs about freedom and longing. She'd found it months ago, some public mix, and started adding to it. Lately, someone else had been dropping tracks. Soft, wistful ones she didn't hate. She hit play. "The Night We Met" by Lord Huron spilled out, haunting and slow. Nora sighed, sinking into the seat. "This one's my therapy. You ever feel like a song just gets you?" Ezra's hands twitched on the wheel. "Yeah," he said, barely audible. "That one does." She tilted her head. "Wait, you know it?" His throat bobbed. "I added it." Nora froze, gummy worm halfway to her mouth. "Added it where?" "To that playlist." He nodded at her phone, cheeks pinking. "Unnamed Vibes. I've been collaborating on it. For 6 months." Her jaw dropped. "You're kidding. You're the other vibe curator?" She scrolled. Electric Love was hers. Adore You, too. But Slow Burn? Something About You? His. Quiet, yearning tracks that had been tugging at her late at night. "Holy crap," she said, half laughing. "I thought it was some faceless rando. You've been in my head this whole time?" Ezra's ears were scarlet. "I didn't know it was you either. Not till now." She stared at him. Tie guy, number cruncher, secret song poet. Lover by Taylor Swift kicked in, and Ezra's lips moved, mouthing the words. "You're full of surprises, Finch," she said, cranking the volume. 4 hours didn't seem long enough anymore. Chapter 2. Gas station jukebox. The highway stretched ahead, a gray ribbon under a watercolor sky. Nora chewed a gummy worm, watching Ezra from the corner of her eye. He'd loosened up, tapping the wheel to Lover like he couldn't help it. "Okay, Finch, prove it," she said, grinning. "Sing it. Loud." He shot her a look, half panic, half dare. "I don't sing." "Liar. You're already doing it under your breath." She poked his arm. Come on, it's just us and the cows out there. He sighed, then, shockingly, belted, We could leave the Christmas lights up till January. His voice was rough but earnest, and Nora cackled, joining in. They butchered the chorus, laughing as the car swerved slightly. You're terrible, she said, breathless. I love it. Thanks. He adjusted his glasses, smiling. A real one, not the tight-lipped office version. An hour later, they pulled into a gas station, neon buzzing over a flickering open sign. Nora grabbed her phone. Pit stop playlist, she said, cueing Shut Up and Dance by Walk the Moon. She cranked it, hopping out to stretch. Ezra pumped gas, watching her sway to the beat. You're ridiculous, he called. Join me? She spun, arms out, hair catching the sunset. Live a little, Finch. He hesitated, then, holy crap, dropped the pump and shuffled over, doing an awkward two-step. Nora whooped, grabbing his hands and twirling him. He stumbled, laughing.